What's going on? Welcome back to the Moosey Gaming here, and today we're back with another episode of Max Level Newbie Account Update Series. Now, as you guys can see, we have made some major progress within this kingdom, Kingdom 3079, and that is me hitting 40 million power. And let's start off from our usual VIP. We are currently at 1.1 million VIP points, logged in for the past 213 days. Without failure. So yeah, consecutive days we have logged in. I know that they often that you actually miss 1 or 2 days, but yeah, I haven't missed a day, so that is good. And we are making our way to our VIP 16 just by sitting in our Kingdom 3079, as there's a lot of whales that are actually here spending a lot of money, and all those gold chests has been really helping me actually reach higher VIP points, which has been awesome thus far. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Alliance Mobilization, because as you guys can see, we have reached Alliance Mobilization rank 18, guys. 18. And this is very, I would say, surprising. Very well done. You can see that some familiar kingdoms like 3865, which is actually ally kingdom of ours that is actually participating in the same very KvK2, but there's only very few kingdoms that can actually reach level 18 in terms of alliance mobilization event. And we have like 2 or 3 of those alliances that are in our kingdom. So this is very impressive. And if you look at the rankings, guys, look at that. Soft Papaya, the legend Mango, has reached 19,000 individual points and turned in 85 quests. Now that is crazy. Now I have actually gotten all the free ones and I've completed all of those. And I was only able to reach about 1,900 points. So that's kind of, yeah, that's to give you a little bit of perspective of how high and crazy that amount of 19,000 individual points are. And Moab, which is also another whale in our kingdom, has reached 10,000 points as well. Abu Ahed also 9,000 points. Our whales are crazy, guys. Our whales are crazy. Master Pickle, can't miss out on Pickle. 8,640 with 39 quests completed. And we have Pyeongsa, which means soldier in Korean, actually. This guy's also a big whale. Has reached 6,240 individual points. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy. And again, VIP 18 as a KvK2 kingdom is absolutely crazy. And not to mention that this is, once again, not the only alliance that we have in our kingdom. This is actually one of the 3 alliances that we have in their kingdom. And the fact that we were able to reach this is kind of crazy, guys. It is kind of crazy. So let's just go ahead and select our rewards. I would say at this point, I still need a lot of research points. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get that. This is tough, but I'm going to go ahead and get armaments, because armament is where I still need a lot of improvements in. Research, equipment, and I'll say, yeah, armament. So this is kind of tough, but armaments. Yeah, let's get the food. Legendary armament choice chest. Ooh, this is tough. I'll get the universal glove stuff, because that's actually very important for me. Armors. We can choose to get some commanders, but I don't really need commanders until I go to Season of Conquest. So I'm gonna go ahead and get blueprint fragments, armors, blueprint fragments, research armaments, blueprint fragments, research armaments, and then blueprint fragments. Where does that get me? Yo, 15 legendary blueprint fragment choice chests. Let's go. We do 2 of these and we get a full legendary blueprint, guys. That is crazy. And 10 legendary formation choice chests. Oof, that's really good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and claim these. So that was really good. And I did get to, I think, buy a lot of stuff on the shop. You guys can see that I got the 1 legendary material choice chest, which is nice. I wasn't able to get anything else beyond that because, yeah, like I didn't really have that many points for me to actually use. I did get some transmutation stones, which I use quite actively. for me to get better stats on whatever I had. But right now, yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys. It's looking pretty good. And in terms of where I made the most improvements on is actually on my academy side, on the research. As you guys can see, I was able to complete level 10 of encampment, which I think gave me a lot of buff. Yeah, it gave me 1 million extra power on top of 9% extra defense. So I am a step closer to me reaching almost full teched up T4 for my archer, guys. Yeah, I have all the stats that I need. The only one stats that I'm missing is combined arms, 9% extra attack, which does require carriage and cutting and polishing actually finished up, which I'm doing on the back end, and medical course, which does require combined arms, which means that I need to actually finish all those econ trees before I actually hit that medical course level 10, which is going to give me that 9% extra health, which is going to be huge. That's going to be actually equivalent of me getting a full legendary piece, like equipment. So that's really, really good. In the meantime, I am, as you guys can see, I finished shaft mining, which is actually the prerequisite for the machinery, which is required for me to finish up the cutting and polishing. And then I'm actually finishing up the stone saw, which is going to take me a bit. But yeah, eventually I think I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then I'm going to eventually plan on. Well, I think at the end of the day, you do need to max all of these out. Like, carriages needs to be level 10, and I think that all requires me to max out everything beyond this, before this, I mean. So, at the end of the day, I think it would require me to finish everything, which is fine, but I am very close to max tag T4 and almost unlocking T5 at the very moment, and that's why I am hitting 40 million power and sitting at 40 million powers, which I'm very, very satisfied with. In terms of troop count, I do have 600,000 archers. You guys can see that I do have 600,000 archers, which is actually up a little bit more than what I had before last week. I have 425,000 cavalry and then 347,000 infantry. I did focus on training a little more archer as well as some of the siege units because I am building a siege march right now at this moment. So that's what I'm doing, and that's where I did get a portion of the power up from the last week as well. And let's see. We are looking at a potential war happening next week, I believe. Let me just go ahead and take a look at the monuments, shall we? Yeah. We have Pass 5s that will open in, I think, 4 days or so. Right, we have a day and 8 hours left until we're done with this monument, and then Pass 5 opens 2 hours after this event starts, and then 12 hours after this event ends. So, yeah, this is gonna be in 4 days or so, which is gonna be like Thursday-ish. We're gonna have Pass 5 opening, which is gonna be cross-zone playable, where we'll be facing everyone who's opposed to us, which is including 78. I believe this is 69. Yeah. 78, 69, 70, 73, which is actually where Petrus is at. And then 67, which is actually blocked up, but still I think we'll be fighting here and there against them as well. So that's going to be huge fights into Zone 5. Massive war happening this week, so very, very excited about it. And yeah, I will need to save up some speed ups because as you guys can see, I am using a lot of speed ups on the researches. Yeah, and I'll probably need to stock up some healing and regular speed ups for me to actually use for the wartime. Let's see, what else is there? In terms of my war preparation, you guys can see my Tubmost is currently sitting on the full Dragon Breast piece with Dragon Breast boost credit, which is good, but then again, all the other pieces didn't credit, which was kind of bad. And Call the Loyal credit and Silent Trial credit with Iconic 1 on helmet, chest piece, and then boost. But still needs some extra work for me to actually get all those iconics in there as well as crits. I am working on Dragon Breast Bow, critting at the moment. You guys can see that I am very close to getting a full blueprint, which I'll get eventually in a second. But yeah, my Tubmost is doing awesome, and it is also sitting on a pretty good wedge set for KvK2 player. You guys can see that I have 1.6% all damage, 6.4% health, a little low on the health side, but I do have Fit, which is going to give me 2.5% extra health, and on top of our Patience, which is going to give me another 1.5% all damage. I do have a 9.7% attack, which is actually boosted by another 3.5% attack from Spiked, and also at the same time, Archer defense of 10%, which is not too bad as well. And aside from that, I do have other marches. I do have Minamoto, which is actually not really well equipped, I would say. I'm usually using this for what's this called? Lost Cannon, so that he can actually perform in the Lost Cannon. He does have equipment, and he does have armors, which I think I might be able to have a little bit of update here and there. But yeah, this is actually not too bad. And I do have, but he's only like 5 for 1-1. Yeah, he's only 5 for 1-1, and I don't plan on investigating my Minamoto any further. Same with Richard, 5-1-1-1. Have wedge formation that is pretty good actually in terms of the armors that I have on him, but nothing that I will carry over or even transfer to a different formation when the new Tensor 2.0 comes around or anything like that. I think 1 or 2 armaments like this one might be able to might be a transferable armament that I can kind of look into transferring, converting to a different formation, but aside from that, nothing too crazy, but pretty decent set though. Well Clad and Vitalis gives you extra 6% defense on top of 6.4% that I have. And yeah, that's not too bad. I do have Metmet running right now because he is currently being used in Canyon. Mainly as cavalry mix, so majority of the troops will be cavalry, but then again I'm missing it with other troops as well, because it actually does benefit from leadership tree that we have over here, which I think is not too bad for me to use for Metmed in what's this called? So the Lost Canyon. I do eventually plan on swapping out Tutmos and Metmet into Qin Shi Huang. I think Tutmos is going to become Qin Shi Huang. And then Metmet is going to become, I think, Gazamata or Gonzalo. Most likely Gonzalo. And then I'll use whatever gold heads that I have left over, which is going to be 501, to max out as much of the Siege Commander, so that I can run 1 Qin Shi Huang YSG into KvK3, as well as 1 Siege March into KvK3. So that I can actually have 2 marches that will perform exceptionally well. It's my current plan for this account. Aside from that, let's see. I have been doing a lot of Lost Canyon lately. You guys can see that I'm still B, but I have been up and down. I do move up and down in terms of A and B. So after I made that improvement in the Lost Canyon, it's been actually going quite well. So the reason why I'm actually focusing a little bit more on Lost Canyon though is because I do want those blueprint fragment choice chests maxed out as much as possible throughout the KvK. So you guys can see that I have 33 days out until the end of the season. And I do want to make sure that I do get all the free blueprint fragments, as those will give you Ashes of the Dawn or Eternal Night, which are all great pieces. And also this one will give you, Shield's Return, which is also a very good piece that you can use, right? For infantry at the very least. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on at this very moment. And what else is there? Castle's level 25. And yeah, again, I've been just working on Word Tech prerequisites for Academy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, looking forward to the war ahead. Hopefully I will be able to get enough speed ups for me to fight well in the upcoming wars in the next zones. There's going to be a lot of people that we'll have to fight. I'm assuming 65 is going to be able to actually help us control this zone right here. This zone is going to be uncontested because 79 and 65 are the only ones who's neighboring it. And we're going to go into war against 78 and 69. Yeah, 69 and then 70, which are 3 kingdom alliances against us, which I hope does work in our favor. And yeah, most likely 65 is going to be fighting 73 on this side, as well as maybe 70. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to be our plan going into it. We're going to practically go into 4v1 fighting 67, who's going to probably try to push out. towards our side because we were fighting 3 other kingdoms over here. While we're actually combating for this zone right here. So yeah. Looking forward to it. Kind of scared. Because I'm an average Joe, guys. I'm an average Joe. Barely sitting in 40 million power. I'm not those T5 players. I'm not those massive whales. So I do need to perform. If I want to perform well, I do have everything perfected out as much as possible, which I do think is the case for my Tupnos. Hopefully that will be the trend going into our fights, our upcoming fights at the end of the day, right? So yeah, that's what we have for us at this moment. All right, I hope that was really entertaining for you. I think that's everything that I have for you today. Again, really excited about the upcoming fights that are coming up. And yeah, I hope you guys actually will enjoy the upcoming fights, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed everything that we have. I was able to show you today, and I'll see y'all in the next video, guys. Peace.